So with that, let's turn to age bias, Saundra. If you're beginning your search or you're in role and doing exactly what you just told us to do, how worried should you be about being perceived as an older worker in a negative way? And how do you, more importantly, turn that around so you're perceived as an older worker in a very positive way?
I can tell you that most of the people that I've worked with that have been impacted by some sort of age bias, whether it's at their current job or not getting the role that they wanted to, they were not the oldest candidates that I worked with. The reality is that age bias does not impact the oldest. It impacts mostly those that are falling into the age bias stereotypes. That happens to be one of the top things that we coach people on, how to not fall into the age bias stereotype, because a bias is created from a stereotype. And when you really understand where those stereotypes are coming from, and it does really make sense as to why the company wouldn't want that, such as, I've been doing it this way for 30 years, and that's how I do it. Now, if your resume starts out with 30 plus years of experience, seasoned, it's basically telling your reader, I'm set in my ways, and I deem my value because of how many years I've been doing it. That is a mindset that not everybody has at the over 50 level. And by the way, if you're in that crowd, I am an over 50 job search specialist. Go connect with me on LinkedIn. I put on lots of content about that. But if you dial that back to understand what benefit you provide, you can use that for leverage. So my philosophy in life is that there's things that you control and there's things you don't control. And we don't control our age. We are getting older. Everybody's getting older. And we should all be grateful for it because the alternative is not good. So if we can't control that, what can we control? Well, we can control the narrative that we put around our age. And if that narrative is based on, here's the benefit that provides, I don't need to tell you how many years I've been doing it. I don't need to tell you that I'm seasoned, like a steak, by the way. Take off the seasoned, right? Everybody stop, take seasoned off your resume, okay? But if you play to the outcome that they're looking for and put the spotlight on the benefit that you actually bring, then you are now using the thing that you do control, which is your narrative, your how you present your value, and you are using that as leverage against something that you can't control. So the silver lining, no pun intended, on the whole executive job search is that at the executive level, they're not looking for where you're going to be 5 years from now. They're not looking for somebody to, be a part of the culture, for the next however many years. At the executive level, most of the time, they're looking for somebody that's going to get them point A to point B or Z or whatever it is, and make their stakeholders happy. And that's the one thing that's going to be way more important than how much your piece of the C-suite or whatever executive level you're at is diversifying their age medium. So if you're actually the person that they need to get them to the next level, then that's going to rank as much more important, but it's your responsibility to put the spotlight on that. And we spend a lot of time on that, especially in value conversation and interview coaching.